We are live and we have made it to episode 12. And here we are, the first week of a new month, a new set of TV. Here we go. We've got a new heel in the form of Fritz Von Erich, and he will be making his debut hopefully tonight. We'll see if he's in the arena. Give the night off. What do we reckon here, guys? Give the night off. Gene Kinitsky, does he need the night off? Nah, I think we're going to keep Gene Kinitsky. Select tonight's venue. We're going to go to our classic Portland Sports Arena. It's a hotbed in Portland, Oregon. And now we actually, because everything is rising and our popularity is it's rising a bit, staying the same. 236. We're going to get a sellout here again. Select this venue. It's our venue. It's our home base. We like having shows there. People know who the wrestlers are. The wrestlers know the entire front row are the same people. I'm imagining it being so. Although videos from this time, you see a lot of like the old people around the ring and very angry and ferocious at the heels and their dastardly behavior. Pre-show incident, okay. All right, let's see what's happened. Unfortunately, some of the equipment you use to run shows has been sent to the wrong place. The live event can still go ahead, but there'll be a small penalty to your overall show rating. That's not what we need right now. Not for a big debut like Fritz Von Erich. I wonder what they're missing. Probably microphones. Everyone's going to have to shout. Booking team meeting. Right. Spend creative energy. Think a creative finish. We got an incredible hit or miss on the last show for the creative finishes. We got one near certainty. On the last event, we had one that was a surefire hit and one was a big gamble. The gamble ended up getting a 74 rating, and the one that was meant to be a safe bet, that failed. That one was dead on arrival. It did not work. We'll use an angle idea. Why not? Near certainty. We know nothing in this game is near certainty. Okay. Locker room incidents. The head men's trainer, Antonio Inuki, ran pre-show taping training drills, focusing on basics and safety. Very important. For Dusty Rhodes, Dick Murdoch, Roddy Piper, Tiger Chun-Li, and Greg Valentine. And again, a pretty awful session. I don't know what to do to improve that, or if it's just random, or if it's based on the... Well, it can't be based on the training ability of the person holding it, because I'd say Inoki's one of the best in the world. Well, we'll see. Next time, I might get another rating for that. Shag Thomas, that's a very funny name, has taken Greg Valentine under his wing as a protege. It wasn't Greg Valentine under someone else's ring. No, he was just hanging out with somebody else, of course. And he has a lively personality, and he has a stalwart personality here, Greg. He's currently happy. Okay. Well, Greg is making friends. He's making waves. He is making an impact on the backstage of Portland. Let's see how this will work out long term for him. Tor Kamata has got everyone in a good mood when he set up a pancake station and started cooking for anyone who wanted them. And he is irrepressible. I read that as irresponsible. But now irrepressible personality and is currently happy. Well, that's brilliant. It makes me happy. And Ron Dupree and Beauregard had a blazing argument outside the venue. This isn't good. Ron Dupree has a quiet personality and currently pleased. He has the class clown. Okay, do you think this is a major incident? What should we do here? And okay, he's been passing on tips to his selling tips. That's good. Selling 2x4. No, 10x4. So what's it called? The photographs. Not 2x4s. That would be selling gimmicks. That would be selling Hacksaw Jim Duggan merchandise. You can gladly sell that if he wants to. Hacksaw Greg Valentine. The locker room incidents have been completed. Okay, nothing major, nothing to tag the show apart from like the pre-show incidents, whatever they're missing. We will just put team. Should we pull a rib? Why not? Let's pull a rib. Let's see what happens. I do not think we should pull a rib on Antonio Inoki. Major rib, minor, elaborate plot. Okay, there's a lot here to explore. Well, let's do a minor rib on somebody who has. Let's have a think. What would the minor rib be? We have Greg Valentine's been doing a lot already. He's happy. He's new here. We'll do a minor rib on Greg Valentine. He's got a new mentor. He is He is making an influence backstage. Why not? Pull rib. The rib was completed but failed to provide any positive or negative effects at all. Did he even notice? Did somebody put deep heat on the side of his trunks? Because I've seen that happen in real life. And I saw the wrestler adjusting themselves all through their match before, like afterwards. Okay, so we had our big show here. That was the last TV show. Let's book the show. I'm thinking okay, who is absent today? Oh, Ray Stevens is absent. It's a shame. I was wanting to use him with Roddy Piper here, but this could be good if he's back next week. That could be an idea. Okay, so a TV show. We know we've got to make a lot of angles here. But I like starting with a main event. Battle Royal. I do not think so. 7-way singles. Has that ever been done anywhere? Apart from like the scramble matches, I guess. Popular in the mid-2000s. But no, we are a traditional wrestling company here. Max content risk. We'll put down low just to filter out the options which will not be available. Beach Babe Brawl. I don't think our audience is going to react well to that. What should we have as the main event? We've got Inoki back here. Okay, well, let's have a think. Antonio Inoki. Let's not put him in a singles match. We're going to put him in a tag team match later, like earlier in the evening. But Dean Ho, we will have him facing off against. We had the Claw on the show, which we had. We've got Tor Kamata. We know he has been in a feud with Dean Ho. He is part of the storyline here if we look into this one. Versus Evil, the Evil Enterprises. So I'm going to add. Those are these two main events for about 10 minutes. We could add in the manager here. He's got good charisma, not so great commentary things. Hopefully we'll add something to this. We'll put these two in the main event, Dean Ho and Tor Kamata. And we're going to have Tor Kamata going over. Yes, we're going to have a heel ending the show. It's going to be a wild brawl. And we would like interference. Dean Ho. He's going to be attacked by Gary Hart. We know the Claw isn't here tonight, so he cannot attack. Haru Suzaki is here. Chris Colt. So we're going to have 3 people attacking him here. Advance the storyline. So that's going to be our main event. It's going to be a bit of a chaotic match, and the heels are going to win, but the audience will clearly see it's very unfair of their favourite here, Dean Ho. Let's have a little look at Dean Ho. Can he do good interviews? What's his skills? Decidedly average interviews, I'd say. But we're gonna use him. We're gonna do something there because we have to have a lot of angles. But again, we can rely on our announcer. That's the guy Keith Jackson. We're gonna have Dean Ho, so he'll lean on him. That'll give him a boost here if we got a good interviewer. And we know he's gonna fight Tor Kamata, so they can do an interview. Let's say backstage just before the show. So pre-match Dean Ho interview. I'm only run it for 3 minutes. Could we add an angle into this one though? Angle idea. We've got a couple of safe bet angles. Yeah, or near certainty. We'll just add that one in there. Some sort of angle with that one. Use our imaginations. What could it be? I think everyone, because we think, the pre-show thinks that there'd be stuff missing on this show, so we don't know. Let's just imagine that the angle is doing an imaginative way to work without microphones. That could be it. And I'd like to have, just before the main event here, a 6-person tag match, elimination rules. Major star, baby faces. Dean Ho, we have used already. Antonio Inoki, the champion. Tough Tony Bourne, Lonnie Main. So we've got 3 other bigger babyface stars here. Heels. Do we put in? We could put in Dutch Savage. But Frankie Lane we want to put in because he is feuding with Lonnie Main, but they have been they've not been at loggerheads so much because Frankie Lane had that concussion, so he was away. And the Von Steigers. after a lot of Dusty-style DQ behavior on the show, they won the match, but they lost the match, but they're still the champions. Could we feature them here, or do we want them to win singles? Gene Kanitsky, we'll put him in instead, and Haru Suzaki from the Evil Enterprises. So we've got a fair team either side there. Add some minutes, 15-minute match. Antonio Inoki, he's going to win this match. Storytelling just before the main event, which you know is going to be a wild brawl. We don't want to raise over the level there. And who else do we have in this match? Well, do we have creative finish? We'll put a creative finish as well, if we can add something to that. So these two are in a feud, Tough Tony and Gene Kanitsky. So it will further their feud. Antonio Inoki is going to start a new feud, but we are laying the seeds. We don't want to do everything just yet. Haru Suzaki is a good worker to be in this constellation. The road agent can also be a competitor. Okay, we'll go into staff. Gene Kanitsky. We'll change that to... Yeah, why not Don Owen for this one? I want to have Jack Lotz as a referee. His refereeing is very good. There we go. Well, what's going to happen post-match and pre-match? Let's make some plans. A 9-minute angle, a big angle, in the ring. Beat down. Fritz Von Erich is going to beat down Antonio Inoki. Von Erich destroys the champion. Okay. So, in a brutal attack in the ring, Fritz Von Erich bloodies the champion. Holding the title aloft, he proclaims himself the rightful, let's say the rightful king, I don't want to use the word champion again. Let's just say the rightful title holder for the Northwest. And should we do anything here? Advanced storyline, of course, we could write that in here. Top title feud. Do we have any angle ideas which are kind of risky? We'll put an angle idea in there as well. Book segment. I put it as a 9-minute one because it's good to use the time there, and Von Erich being a bigger star, this is kind of what the audience wants to see. But before we have that happening there, we'll introduce the crowd to Von Erich. We can have him in a match and we can have him doing a promo. So Fritz Von Erich, considered unimportant by the fans. I'm sure this is going to change by the end of the night. We'll take a baby face here. We'll do Fritz Von Erich versus Tiger Chun-Li, because we've had Tiger Chun-Li as a tag partner of Inoki. And we'll give this one 3 minutes. Fritz Von Erich, do lift the crowd, domination, clean win. Hopefully it won't affect Tiger Chun-Li too much, but it will give the crowd what we want to show them is a dominating Fritz Von Erich. We do not want him to lose any matches before what we're planning at the end of the month. So we do that to start the show. He's in the ring. He cuts a promo. He calls out Inoki already at this point. Von Erich lays out a challenge to Inoki. So not only are we sowing the seeds here, making it very clear this is the guy he's got in his crosshairs. This is the guy who he He wants the championship belt, and he's going to go through. He's going to be up his friend here to start out with, and we'll see how we'll build it week to week. But obviously, post match, he's not going to be involved in the match, but post match, he is going to take him out there. Okay, what else we got? Booking analysis. He's being used too much on this show. I like the decision. I'm going to keep using him. Okay, which other storylines did we want to increase? Yeah, so we know Ray Stevens is not here today, but Dutch Savage and Greg Valentine, they're both here. We'll start off their tag team match here. Because we made them a tag team, now we can click here and just filter for tag teams and they will appear. Faces, Texas Outlaws. Okay, that could be interesting. So we've got Dusty Rhodes. He is in a feud with Bull Ramos. I'll make this one a bit shorter as well. Dutch Savage is going to go over. This one, storytelling. Kind of an open match. I want everybody to get in some offense. And there'll be a distraction from Dusty Rhodes, for Dusty Rhodes, by Bull Ramos. Just to keep that one going a little bit. So we'll add that one there. So it's another match. We've got his challenge there. Okay, should we have anything post-match? Let's have a little interview backstage, cutting a promo. Then we'll have an interview. We'll use this interview. We've got him. We should use him as something. Keith Jackson, Dusty Rhodes, and Bowens. Dusty on the troubles Ramos is causing his team. So we're adding fuel to the fire there. Dusty is talking about the problems. And we'll have that after that has happened, of course. What else? Local workers. Oh yeah, we've still got the same local workers there. We could bring them in now for a match. I think we could hire them like a full-time contract maybe and bring in some more women wrestlers. I'm thinking we should have a women's division, which we opened up on the last episode by changing our product, but we can create a belt. We could do a lot of things there. Okay, what other angles? Tony Bourne and Gene Knitsky. They were having issues, weren't they? They're going to have some sort of angle. There's 7 minutes backstage. Contract signing. Let's do a contract signing so they will agree to have a singles match at the next big event. Bourne and Knitsky. Final match. Because they've been feuding since the start of the save, which happened before I started doing streams and showing people these matches and what's going on. So that one's been going on for a while. Let's have a look in game time, how long it's been going. Started on January 2nd, now we're on May 2nd, so there you go. Deploy creative idea. We can deploy a creative idea, yes. It will impact it next time. Okay, so we will see what that creative idea is and how it will affect things. But it's been going a while, that feud. They've been forward and backwards. So I'd like them to have a final match at some point. Maybe we can make it a TV main event, since I don't think Knitsky is available for our major go-home shows at the end of the month. So maybe he could be a TV match there. Okay, so we've got that going on there. Let's have a look. 65%, and we need 14 more minutes. Let's do a singles match somewhere. Who else have we got who we want to use? The Von Steigers. A shame not to use them in a tag team match. We've got Eric Froelich. And he's always got very good momentum. Let's use him in a singles. I would like him to go over. He's somebody we should be using better, I feel. And that's on me for not thinking of what to do with him. I mean, why can't these two be in a feud? We'll see how this one goes here. We want a good babyface win. Why don't we put it high spots? Yeah, why not? Flashy aerial spots. They might not be popular for this crowd, but I want to see if they can do it. It's good throwing a curveball in every now and again. In just 7 minutes, it's a quick, fast match. We'll put that more or less in the middle of the card. We've got our match to open up the show, which is going to be Fritz Von Erich, which is going to be lift the crowd. Eric Chris Colts, yeah, just about here. And then their match is storytelling, big angle there, an interview, and they've got a wild brawl to finish. No, I think that's good. What could we have more? Any other storylines that we should advance? Frankie Lane, how do they do in the promos? Because you can see here in the history as well. So not too bad. Frankie Lane, Lonnie Main. Which one of these two is better on the mic? Because I think they should be doing the promo on the other. Lonnie Main. I mean, it's his top end charisma 83, which is really good. No, it's clearly Lonnie Main who is the speaker of the two in their feud. So, 4 minutes interview backstage. Lonnie Main, not yet a moondog, but soon to be in the future. Frankie. Main on Lane. Promo. Basic interview there. Here we go. And we need 1 minute more. Can we have a 1 minute battle royal? Fastest battle royal of all time? No, I don't think so. It'd be fun. Still nobody collected that $10,000 we had last time. That one's still, well, I'll give it to Luthez next time I see him, you know. Okay, let's think. Let's put the Von, I was going to say the Von Brauners, the Von Steigers. They're the dominant team. We've got 1 minute more to book. Let's just do a quick match here. We've not used Roddy Piper at all this show, but I think we'll use him when we have Ray Stevens back. So Sandy Barr, who becomes a referee. All the shows I'm watching from the 1980s with Portland, it's Sandy Barr is the referee. So just a very clear, dominant 1 minute win here. The Von Steigers, Carl Von Steiger. Regular match. Clean win. Definitely not an open match. Titles are on the line, so Sandy Barr has got a chance to win. Oh, it's less than the specifications. Okay. Okay, 2 minutes. All right, 2 minutes. They might get a bit of offense in, but there we go. So a little 4 minute segment there. Technically, it's a match. And put that in between those two. Yeah, after that angle in there. Good. So that is our show so far. Should we do a pre-show match? Let's put Roddy Piper in something. I kind of want a singles match with Piper and maybe him doing an interview. Let's put Peter Maivia and Roddy Piper. You know, The Rock's granddad and Roddy Piper. Pre-show. Work the crowd. Peter Maivia to go over. Why not? An angle. Pre-show. Backstage. Cutting a promo. Roddy Piper and Greg Valentine. Piper on the mic. Make sure that's pre-show, just to do a bit there, just to give him some experience. Hopefully he'll get a better attributes due to time. So this is our event. Let's I'll look at the booking analysis first. No, it's just that warning about Fritz Von Erich. And I think people will understand when they see him. Okay, let's start the show. It goes nothing. Okay, in a poor 2 minute interview that took place backstage before the show. So he did not do well with that script to follow. I mean, that's not real life, is it? But it gained heat for the angle, because nothing could be worse than what we did last time. We got that 21 rating, so we got up to 32. I'm sure we could do worse. We'll see if we can in the future. And Peter Maivia versus Roddy Piper, two baby faces here. Look at that, Peter Maivia got a 51 rating. We could definitely do something with him. Decent heat, decent wrestling, but little heat. Okay. Right, let's hope the debut of Fritz Von Erich is coming up next. Let's hope that it gets the crowd reaction here. And it really didn't. Oh dear. Okay. In a bout which didn't have much heat and terrible wrestling. Oh god. Okay. Fritz Von Erich defeated Tiger Chun Li in 2 minutes and 50 by submission with an iron claw. And this was a poor way to start the show, and it took away the initial enthusiasm. Oh, that's terrible. But then again, this one said it got the crowd ready and buzzing. Well, okay. So he got a 31. Is this going to be enough? Should we pivot? Should we change? Should we rethink our main event? Okay, we've got a lot of things to think about here. We'll see how his ratings go during the evening. Next segment. In a good 3-minute interview, here we go. The top solid feud storyline started and everything went well. And he enjoyed the freedom to go off scripts. He got a 53, it's not bad. And he benefited from having a hot catchphrase. Write in the comments what you reckon Fritz Von Erich's catchphrase is. Did he have a catchphrase? I have to look that up. Okay, Lonnie Main did his interview here. I'm talking about Frankie Lane, but it did not too well. I mean, 38, it's average. 46, Savage and Valentine, first time tagging here. Valentine was the weak link, struggling to keep up with everybody else. But Savage and Valentine defeated the Texas Outlaws. 46, it's average, it's not great. But Greg is hopefully learning and getting better. And the commentary lifted the match, it's good. Yeah, Dutch Savage was the best though. Dusty Rhodes is getting better though. 44 in average interview, talking about the troubles that Bull Ramos has been causing the team recently. 53 in an extremely short match, the Von Steigers defeated Sandy Barr and Johnny Costas. The double elbow smash. And it's good, they're looking like a dominant team. It's good having, I wouldn't say squash matches, but yeah, essentially this is what it is. Showing your tag teams as dominant. And you can bring in people, you can bring in wrestlers also. Establish tag teams for like a one-off thing. Just to get some wins while you're building up maybe another tag team who you've got in-house on the babyface side. Because you don't want to bury, all your wrestlers. Someone wins, someone loses. With Sandy Barr, Johnny Costas, they are not anybody we're looking to push right now. And Eric Froelich versus Chris Colt. They had a good match designed to revolve around a lot of high spots. It didn't kill the audience. But yeah, Chris Colt off his game, not doing so well. And he got a 30, so he got half the rating that Eric did. I think we should look who should be feuding with Eric. I think he should be one of the guys who we really look for a good opponent for him, a good heel to work with, and start a storyline there. 61, a good 7-minute angle. We saw Gene Kanitsky working the crowd. Keith Jackson was the host. Tony Bourne working. So they did a storyline idea here, and it went really well. So 61 rating here. So we're going to see that match at some point in the future. And then the 6-man tag got 71. Also, the story-driven matches in this save for this promotion seem to get the highest ratings. You have to consider that. So, Kanitsky Bourne storyline advanced but lost heat. The Young Stars breaking out, though, gained heat. Great finish was a success. Inoki, as expected, was the standout. Lowest rating here, Frankie Lane. He's just coming back. Well, we'll see. But 3 storylines advanced here with a 71 rating. After the match, the top solid feud now has gained heat. A 9-minute angle here. Fritz Von Erich, bloody the champion, holding the title belt aloft, proclaiming himself the rightful title holder for the Northwest. So we have to see what will happen here in the future, what's going to happen next week on TV. An average interview, 3 minutes, took backstage. Okay, nothing much here. Lost heat. Dean Ho, not great at dialogue. And the main event, an exceptional wild brawl. Tor Kamata defeated Dean Ho, 10 minutes 14 with a big splash. A lot of interference here. But the angle gained heat. We had the heels going over, standing tall at the end of the show. Tor's getting better at its gimmick. Good chemistry here from the commentary crew, and a ending rating of 69. which is putting at 59. It's our regular rating for a show. But the show appeared worse because of pre-show equipment problems. So the overall, at the end of the show, Tor Kamata, Dean Ho, okay, 69. It's just 2 points below the 7-1 that the six-man tag got. And it seems to be tag matches with a story-driven purpose in them. They seem to be what gets over in this territory. So maybe we'll end the show with story-driven matches, at least for the TV ones in the future, until we build up bigger feuds. We had the debut of Fritz Von Erich, a little bit lackluster. Kind of worried about this match here. Only got a 22. Is he going to be the guy who will be able to bring Antonio Inoki to these kind of top tier matches? At this point, I'm kind of doubting it. We'll see how this one works out. So the show appeared worse because of the pre-show equipment problems, and that's nothing that we could do about. So I can imagine that this 59 rating would be a bit higher, considering the successful main event, a semi-main event here. But not anything we could do about it now. We're starting up Savage and Valentine. They had a good match. Also, the Von Steigers showing that they're strong. We had a title defense here. Chris Colt's a bit worrying. I think in the next episode we should look who we could put Eric in a feud with, because he's always popular with the crowd. He's always got a good momentum rating, and his matches, as you can see here, he's the one who is the decent worker there. So we pair him together with somebody else. I think we can make magic. All right, and that is the end of this episode. We'll see you next time.